tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Come on,
from the 34 now, here's first and 10. First carry for James Conner. And right away, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Opening drive fumble and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Watch 14. Mike's 50. Middle.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And Diggs has it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On the ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 down.
2nd and 9 now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Alert!
We got three, fellas. We got
50.
Slam. Sponge.
No. 6-6. Pull it high.
Back. Watch twist.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon.
Run to the ball.
That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
You can't block me.
Easy, alert!
58.
Hey, Delta.
58 to Mike. Wild Bill. Check full.
Alert!
Check.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Here's Gordon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Set, lady.
Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set, lady. Stay 50. Hey, seam 6.
Check.
Zero.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Stafford now to throw. It's complete to Diggs. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Stafford. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
You got nothing.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
10. Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Melvin Gordon. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
58's the mic. 58.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey! Hey, Charlie!
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Third down. Intended for Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, baby! Yeah, baby!
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Blue 60! Like 50!
Coming to you, coming to you.
Second and 5 now. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
58's the money.
Hey, exit.
58's the money. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill.
Double right.
Kill, kill.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Protein spill. 11.
Hey,
Double right.
24.
Check.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Ready.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Hey, Alpha.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Zebra.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Red.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 280.
58's Mike.
40 got. 40 got.
58's the Mike.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's going right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Stafford. This is Gordon on the dump-off. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go, here we go. No. Off.
Here's Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target.
It's at 1st and 10 at the 40. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, check 43.
White.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Ready. Yellow 20.
58, the Mike.
Watch the run.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Go!
Back to throw, Stafford. And this one's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Jay, echo.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
He goes, set! Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
Throwing again at Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. 3rd and long at Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Mike! Lady!
Watch the run, watch the run.
Omaha, ready, move!
Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm going to run you over.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Ready! Lady!
Mike.
Omaha, ready, move!
Take you to school. 58.
Five!
To Mike.
It's been a long day for you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Okay,
suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Check three.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Melvin Gordon, 76 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Back to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, 58. Bravo. 58's the mic. Watch out.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's complete to Cooks. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Check 52.
Check. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
7-yard line.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Hey, zoom. Watch two. Right here. Mike 2. Ready.
Back to throw here. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards on the ground. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he's passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
On first down, it's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Set, blue 60, 0.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
32.
Watch the screen.
Like 7.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
That's how we do it,
The
man.
amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Melvin Gordon with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
58 to Mike, 58. 58.
Hey, Delta.
No gain on this defense. No.
Look at me. Zipper.
Mike, going 58 to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears first down.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they went on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He gets it to Cooks. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
It's a turnover on down.
Blue 60.
Mike 50.
Easy, alert.
It's game situation. Let's go.
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Part, I think, from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Stafford. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Room to run inside the 40. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Following the touchdown now, it's fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Tight right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finds his running back, James Conner. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
First down, Bears.
Ready to break.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
58, right over there.
Hey, Haywood.
58, right there.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here
The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He's got Burton here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Man out, man out, man out. Mike 2, Mike. Let's go.
They look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game.
Go now.
And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Shift.
Topper. Now.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Fourth down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Shift.
Greystone travel. Hey, exit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.